Greetings once again. Episode 5 of the Horror Picture Show with me, Ryan, and my, let's just say, amazing fitness guru, Dan.
Oh, wow. Are you talking about me?
Yeah, because you have been sticking it at the gym lately.
Oh, yeah. You know, I'm practically an Adonis at this point.
You've always been an Adonis, but just different kinds of Adonises.
Do you wish to elaborate on that?
Well, when I met you, you were let's say a younger man,
Yes.
a slimmer man,
Oh, yes.
but you were like active modelling at that time.
Oh, well, if you would like to call it that, then of course.
Well, I'm trying to keep it safe.
Okay. Yes, that's what it was.
But it's nice to see that, like, you're on a road to getting into a better place like that again.
I've been inspired by Michael Myers. You know, I want to go on a killing spree, but I'm too fat to do it. So
Don't fit in the boiler suit.
there's no boiler suit that will fit me right now. So unless I want to stick my belly out.
Better than sticking what you usually stick out, let me tell you that.
Well, who says I can't stick that out?
I know
How
a
am
few
I going to
people.
kill them? How am I going to kill
I'm
them?
going to kill them. My massive knife. Anywho, technically,
Oh, yeah. Wow. What an
technically
intro.
we're here to talk about Halloween 5, but we made a massive doo-doo in the last episode.
We were too drunk.
We got too into just jabbering and talking about the damn film because we love it. We love Halloween 4 too much that we forgot to talk about our favourite part, which was the ending of Halloween 4. But I've got you covered there because the end of Halloween 4 is how Halloween 5 starts. Because that seems to be like
Wow.
a series trend at this point. But before we get on to that, I need to do the normal stuff that we usually do. I will give the rundown of today's episode's movie, which is Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers, which came out on October 13th, 1989, at a grandstand whopping 97 minutes. 97 minutes too long, if you ask me. On a budget, on a budget of $5.5 million, it made $11.6 million at the box office, which to this day is still the lowest Halloween film at the box office ever. It's awful.
Oh, I wonder why that was.
Well, don't worry, I've saved up for this. Directed by Dominique Odenin-Girard, written at first by Shem Bitterman and then Dominique Odenin-Girard by way of Michael Jacobs. Right, we'll get to that.
Mm.
Produced by Ramsey Thomas, who I can just say was just a yes man. He just rolled along with the fucking punches. He was a symptom of the problems. Cast includes friend of the channel, Donald Pleasance, God rest his soul, as Dr. Sam Loomis, in his most unhinged
Rip.
role to date. Daniel Harris as Jamie Lloyd again. Ellie Cornell as Rachel Carruthers, sort of. Bo Starr as Ben Meeker. Wendy Kaplan as Tina Williams, who I've written down here. She has 5 total film credits in her entire career and 6 TV credits in her entire career.
Wow.
Entire career. So that says a lot.
That's more than Ellie Cornell.
Well, zing. Tamara Glynn as Samantha Thomas. Jonathan Chapin, or Chapin, or whatever, as Mike. Jeffrey Landman as Billy the Stutterer. Matthew Walker as Spitz, it's a great name. Troy Evans as Deputy Charles. And Don Shanks as Michael Myers / the Man in Black. Now,
Oh,
yeah, he played both of those characters.
I never knew that. I did not know that.
The good thing about Don Shanks, and I love finding this out, especially considering what kind of world we live in now, he's actually part Cherokee. Like, he's, like, Native American, basically. And that's really great. It's really great to see those kinds of people getting work like that.
Of course.
I love finding out, because a lot of filmmakers these days don't hire those kinds of people in, like, leading roles. Thank God, right, for someone like Martin Scorsese, who just made Killers of the Flower Moon, where it's all, apart from, like, Robert De Niro and Leonardo DiCaprio, all the main characters are Native American, which is great. And then there's Prey, that Predator film that came out. Fantastic film.
I never saw it.
Oh, it's really great. It's actually a pretty decent Predator film. Great Native American representation.
I think they only called it Prey because they didn't want the word Predator attached to Disney.
Absolutely. Spot on. Now, I will get on to film releases, but for this one, I took a little look at the notable births in 1989, because the film releases weren't all as good as they have been in previous episodes. So, notable births, you have Nia DaCosta, and I put that name down because she was the director of Candyman 2021, which we both fucking love.
Wait, so she's younger than us? Or, sorry, younger than me?
No, she's older than me. Younger than you, yeah.
Wow.
And she made that Candyman film. Brilliant.
That's good. Well done. I'm impressed.
So am I. Taylor Swift was born in 1989. Did you have anything to say about her?
No.
Jessie Buckley was born in 1989. I'm a big fan of her work.
I don't know who that is.
She's the main character in the Dark Pictures game The Devil in Me. She's the main character in Alex Garland's latest film Men, which is on Amazon Prime, which I would recommend you would watch if you want a really disturbing time.
It's on my watch list, actually.
It's not a great film. I gave it 3 stars,
weird.
But it's really weird. And it's really well shot. Zelda Williams, who I'm a big fan of, was born in 1989. Daniel Radcliffe as well. Wonder what that guy got up to. Imogen Poots, if you don't know who that is, she's the main character in 28 Weeks Later, which is a film I really like.
I've not seen it.
Daniel Kaluuya, who's the main character of Get Out. Yep.
And he was in one of the best episodes of Black Mirror as well.
Amazing, right? Great actor. And a personal favourite of mine, Elizabeth Olsen, who's a lady I would like to marry one day.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
So, film releases, right? I don't have that many. On February 17th, you had Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, which is a great movie.
Radical.
Excellent. March 24th, you had Laputa, Castle in the Sky.
Don't know that one.
Really, Studio Ghibli?
I have only seen Kiki's Delivery Service.
Nice. That'll do. I'm happy with that. March 31st with Heathers. It's a great movie. Apparently the stage production of that's even better. But, no Christian Slater, no Winona Ryder. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
April 21st, Pet Sematary. Great movie. Fantastic film. I love that one. June 23rd, Tim Burton's Batman.
Way.
Raise the Roof. Fucking great film.
Good film, very good.
And my second favourite film that was released this year, July 28th, Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yeah, it's a good one, but it's more like it should be called
Excellent film.
Jason Goes on a Cruise. I hope we can talk about this film because I have a few things to say about that one, and maybe this isn't the right place to discuss them. But one of the funniest things about that, right, is Crystal Lake, where the boat is.
Yep.
Lakes do not connect to the ocean.
No, they don't. Exactly.
How did the boat get to fucking Manhattan? That's what I want to fucking know.
Well, your first mistake was thinking too much about Friday the 13th. That's your first mistake. My favourite ever death in all of Friday the 13th is in that film when it's the black kid boxing him on top of the building and he just punches his fucking head off. I love that. Brilliant moment. August the 11th, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5. What's the subtitle for that?
The Dream Child.
The Dream Child.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that
It's
the one?
actually... You go.
Isn't that the one where Nancy's dad dies?
No.
What one's
Nancy's-
that?
That's part 3.
Is it right? Because he comes to like the car park graveyard thing and dies.
Nancy's not in part 5. It's Alice, and
Oh, so she dies in
pregnant.
part 4. Yeah.
No, Nancy dies in part 3.
Does she? Her and her
She
dad
was
die in
only-
the same one.
Yeah, because he
Wow.
died first,
That
and then
sucks.
and then he came back to her as a ghost, and she's like, "Oh my god, Daddy!"
Yeah.
And then it turns out his ghost is actually fucking Freddy Krueger.
I love that guy.
And then he stabs Nancy in the back.
Yeah.
But the Dream Child Part 5 in the Nightmare on Elm Street films, although there's a lot of cheesy stuff in it, it's actually a really fucking dark
really dark.
film. And it's something I'm looking forward to talking about at some point.
Oh, don't worry. I can't wait to get to Nightmare on Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
And the final film I've got written down on my list here, October the 12th. My personal favourite that came out in 1989, Puppet Master. The original Puppet Master. If you've never seen that, please go watch it.
No, I did. I have seen it, and maybe I should have seen it when I was a younger person, because watching it for the first time as an older person,
Oh yeah, it's aged a lot.
it's definitely aged.
I love it. I think it's great. As a great precursor or as a great product of Child's Play. Because you had Child's Play before this.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great, like, jumping off point. Now, ironically, within the Halloween verse, as I'm calling it now, the director of Halloween 4, Dwight H. Little, released this year, and I mentioned this film in the last episode, Phantom of the Opera, with Robert Englund on November the 3rd. And Tommy Lee Wallace, who directed Halloween 3, released Fright Night Part 2, May 19th that year. Which is funny because Dwight H. Little and Alan McElroy got who's the writer for Halloween 4, they got asked to do Halloween 5, and they were like, nah, we don't want to do that because we don't want to fuck our legacy up on Halloween. Like, we nailed it with Halloween 4, we just don't want to risk making a mistake with Halloween 5.
Yeah,
like-
you can only... yeah.
It's like fair play, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's that for that. It's nice and short this time. Not like last episode where there was so fucking much that happened. Like, it's the grand difference between 1988 and 1989, it's just like night and day. So, for our first segment, I shot him 6 times! Daniel, what is Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers about?
Wow, I am so glad that you asked this question. This film it's about a man who misses his niece, and he goes out of his way to meet up with her again, and reconciliate their friendship, their familyship, whatever you want to call it, relationship, familyship. And along the way, we actually get to see some of Michael's additional skills that he has. In particular, he's become quite the green finger when it comes to looking after bushes and shrubs and trees.
No, I'm glad you alluded to that.
Yeah, that's, I mean...
Wow.
What else?
Another beautiful rendition. So, what I mentioned at the start is that we made a boo-boo about Halloween 4.
Oh, yeah.
We never got to talk about our favourite part, which is the ending of Halloween 4. So, and quite nicely for Halloween 5, the ending of Halloween 4 is the start of Halloween 5. In that, Jamie Lloyd, she gets possessed, quote unquote, possessed by Michael Myers, and then she, when everybody's all happy and back at the house, she goes and stabs her mum, puts on her little clown mask and stabs her mum. And then Dr. Loomis sees her at the top of the stairs with a knife in her hand, and he's like, no, 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 and then goes to shoot her, right? So you finish Halloween 4, and you think, holy shit, what's going to happen in Halloween 5? Is, like, Jamie the new Michael Myers? Like, is Michael Myers dead, and is she now the new killer? Well, shit. Well, you know.
No, that doesn't happen.
No, that doesn't happen.
No!
No! So in this one, Jamie is now, like, it's a year later, Michael survived, the little mineshaft he fell in had, like, a conveniently placed tunnel underneath so he could crawl out, and Jamie's become, like, a comatose mute the entire time. Yay! Right?
Wow, what a premise. What a setup for what's going to be a fantastic film.
Oh dear. And then what proceeds is that Dr. Loomis just becomes an unhinged lunatic, screams at Jamie to help find where Michael is, because for some reason, Jamie Lloyd, after Halloween 4, has a telepathic link to her uncle. And that telepathic link brings him back to life. And then he tries to stalk her down, and Jamie keeps on having spasms, and she can't speak, and then she has a little friend called Billy who stutters all the time, and he's just a really annoying little kid. And then Rachel shows up, and then Rachel dies, and then gets replaced by her friend Tina, who just runs around and sings and dances and doesn't really give a shit. And then other characters show up, and they die because they're assholes, and then Michael just cuts about. And Donald Pleasance, Dr. Sam Loomis just gets unhinged and crazy.
There we go. That's it. That's the entire film. We can end the podcast now.
Quite literally.
There's very, very, very little redeeming qualities of this film.
Very little happens as well. Well,
I've always thought that Halloween 5, you could edit down the entire film into like 20 minutes, and it would be like a little, I don't know, spin-off episode of Halloween. Like, what happened to Jamie Lloyd? Well, here's a 20-minute episode that will tell you what happened.
Well, there you go.
Leading up to the next film, because that's all we need. That's all we need for Halloween 5.
I mean, you could technically make a Dr. Loomis supercut of this film, and it would be infinitely more entertaining, because his moments are pretty good. Mm-hmm. Because they're so unhinged and funny.
He really flexed his acting skills in this film, I think.
Oh dear. I think they let him loose. Let's put it that way.
They were like, he was like, what's the character motive for Dr. Loomis? And they says, we don't know, just go with it.
He's fucking crazy and he wants to kill Michael Myers at any cost. Sweet, I'll run with it. So, with this segment, I like to ask the question, Daniel, do we like the characters of this film?
No.
Well, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that I like Tina, purely because she's really, really hot.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry, but it's as simple as that for me. If you're going to put so little effort into this film, I'm going to put so little effort into liking your characters, and that's the bare minimum I'm willing to give. Is she hot? Yes. Cool. I like her.
I think I see what you're talking about. But mostly I find her fucking annoying.
Oh yeah.
The most annoying character. Like when she died, I was on Michael's side. Like I was happy for her being killed.
It's so funny you say that, because I remember when 2 flats ago that I stayed in, the person I stayed with really wanted to watch these films, so we watched them all. And then I vividly remember this being the moment where we started turning on the characters and started supporting Michael Myers. And just being like, fuck these characters. I want Michael to kill them all. I want Michael to win. He's innocent. And we just,
why don't we change the category for this film, and instead of which characters did we like, which characters do we think deserve to die the most?
Oh, Mike. Mike, definitely. Mike's the one with like the car and the leather jacket. Mm-hmm. Looks like Bob Dylan a little bit.
Actually, you know what? I think they all deserved it. Like even Ellie Cornell's character. I was just
Rachel,
like,
yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
Like, she kind of annoyed me instantly when the phone's ringing, and she's like, hold on, I'm coming. Honey, the phone hasn't been answered yet. They can't hear you. What are you doing?
And they're like, go check on the dog, go check on the dog. She's like, oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about checking the dog. Dog's just barking. And you're like, who are you? Who are you as a character?
Yeah, and additional people who survived, who I think should have been killed. Billy, for one.
Oh yeah.
He definitely should have been mowed down with that fucking car. I would have loved to have seen his little body get mangled between the wheels, you know.
So there's a moment where like Michael's driving a car and chasing after these two fucking kids who are running faster than the car. Can't seem to accelerate faster than fucking children's running speeds.
He must have been an automatic.
Oh, well, I can't say anything bad about automatics. But the thing is with Billy, right, he's like zones in on Billy and then starts accelerating and then Billy just runs to the side and like, he's running across the car doesn't get any closer to him as he's running across the fucking car. Whereas this was like, Billy, just keep running forward!
Yes.
He would have died. It's funny you say that about Billy, right, because there's a bit of like cut content with Billy's character. Originally, he was meant to be like this BMX rider. And he was meant to ride up Michael's back like a ramp, and that would push him onto stabbing himself on his own knife.
Wow.
Oh, doesn't that sound so fucking good?
Was there a writer's strike on this time round?
No,
were they rushed?
There wasn't.
Were they rushed for ideas this time round? Because I mean, I would have loved to have seen it. I would have loved to have seen that.
It would have been funny as fuck. I think I would have asked for a refund if I'd seen that in the cinema and saw that. I'd have been like, I'm done.
Like riding up his back on a BMX with like cool, like radical, like rock music.
And he's like, take that, loser.
Whoa, watch this bodacious move.
Oh, fuck. See, it's funny. See, that's a nice segue because another question is, do we like the script here? Do we like how it's written? Do we like what the dialogue's like? Clearly we don't, because we're taking the fucking piss out of it.
I mean, it's pretty bad.
It's awful.
The thing is like I the last time I watched it was not that long ago, and we rewatched. Well, I saw half of it earlier on with you.
Yeah.
And you know what? The thing is that I'm trying to find in my head like what actually happens in this film. Like
Nothing.
what actually goes on? Like Michael Myers comes back. And the whole story revolves around a party that night.
Literally.
And that's it. But even at that,
Keep going.
There's just something there's nothing that really happens. And it's like they had this idea, they had the beginning, knew what they're going to do at the beginning, but it's like whatever happened in between, they also didn't really know what was going on. They were just like, ideas? What is that? Yeah, I mean, they kind of shit the bed after that, though.
Oh, the entire bed.
Yeah.
Even the headboard and everything.
All up the sides.
Well, I'm going to blend this into our next segment. We have such sights to show you, which is where I can dive into a bit more of the production and background trivia. Because what we've been talking about a lot of, well, we talked about how they've changed the ending of Halloween 4 and disconnected it with the start of Halloween 5, right? And you've talked about how the entire film is basically revolving around this one party, right? Which is true. And there's reasons for that. And the reasons for that and why there's so many problems in this film goes down to the director, Dominic Oderin Gerard, who's a fucking
bastard.
Idiot. He's a fucking dumbass. He did a lot of interviews and said a lot of fucking dumb shit about this film, right?
Do you know what? I just don't understand why Rob Zombie gets all the hate that he does. And this guy, like, no one mentions him, but I think that he single-handedly, first of all, he never had a fucking clue what he was dealing with. I don't think he ever watched a Halloween film before.
Nope.
And he was just giving these characters, it's like, I'm going to be French, I'm going to make a French inspiration on this film.
Literally, right? So, on Jamie and changing the ending of Halloween 4, his exact quote is, The audience expects Jamie to be evil. I don't want to do that. I make her innocent. Like, hello?
Wow.
Like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you doing?
The audience expect Michael to be the killer, but I don't want to do that. I'm going to make him the victim.
Literally. Right? And on you talking about the film being centered around this one party, right? His entire focus on this entire film was making the teenagers sexy and having them have sex and pursue sex, right?
Oh, very, very French.
The quote for this is, they're innocent but with sexual desires. And then the feeling of guilty. And if you're guilty, you die. That's Halloween. That's the premise. And that's him talking about how the teenagers losing their virginity was so important to the story.
He's not French, he's Swiss. Sorry, I'm so sorry to French people. He's not French.
Wow.
I was looking that up at the same time, and because I made the French voice, and I thought I'm going to just quickly do this. I thought he was French, but Dominic, whatever, however you say that, is a Swiss independent film director.
Well, stay independent.
Go back to Switzerland. Anyway, sorry.
So we were complaining last time about Rachel, right? About how shit her character is and how her personality just does not work, right? Again, there's another thing from the fucking stupid director. He decided to kill Rachel and not have her be a part of the film because he thought she was too tame, too plain, and because he wanted the hero to have dark hair, which is where Tina comes in, because she has dark hair. That's it. He killed her for that reason. Whoop-de-doo. What an asshole. Right?
It's just things that I just really get on my nerves. Like people that just come in and they get their hands on a property and are like, yeah, you know what? Fuck this.
I was thinking about this the other day. I was thinking about this the other day on the shitter, right? How the Halloween trilogy of 4, 5, and 6 is pretty much the same as what the Star Wars 7, 8, and 9 trilogy is, right? So you get a huge gap, right, between 3 and 4, or in the case of Star Wars, it was Episode 3 and Episode 7, right? You get a huge gap in time, right? And the parallels are quite striking here, right? You get the first film in this new set of films, Episode 7, Halloween 4, that take a lot of inspiration from the very first and most successful film, Halloween 1, Star Wars, A New Hope, right? And they basically make a carbon copy of that, but like a more modernized version of it to kind of get people back on track, right? Bring Michael Myers back, have a Darth Vader-esque villain in Kylo Ren, right? Basically have a Luke Skywalker type character in Rey, have some of the legacy characters come back, right? And then you get the middle film, The Last Jedi, Halloween 5, where a different director comes in and just shits all over everything and just does whatever the fuck they want and just go whoop-de-doo. What story? There is no story in the last film. I'll just make my own story up. Ta-da! And you can fix it in the next film, which is what happened with The Last Jedi and Halloween 5. And then the last film comes out again with a different director who's like, right, I'm going to pick up the pieces again and try and connect all the dots by just shoving a lot of random fucking information in, and it ruins the entire franchise. Ruins everything. Because then you don't get another Halloween film again until Halloween H2O. Years and years and years later, that acts as another reboot, which is probably what's going to happen to Star Wars as well. I just found that comparison really just dead on. Like Halloween 4, 5, and 6 are basically Star Wars episodes 7, 8, and 9. It's just a trash fucking heap.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I quite like Halloween 6 though, so.
I quite like Halloween 6 as well.
I mean, like, objectively, like, yeah, it did, and they cornered themselves with the franchise, with it, but I kind of like it for what it is, but, you know, where were they expected to go after that?
What the fuck were they doing? Like,
yeah.
Seriously?
But then I think we have this film to blame. You know, this is the poisoned well, you know?
You know how in the start of the film, Michael, like, meets that fucking hobo guy?
Oh yeah.
And he like looks after him for a full year. Apparently that guy was meant to be like this 7-foot tall voodoo magician guy called Dr. Death.
They should have kept that in.
I think it would have been a lot funnier, just like double down on his silliness.
Well, there's a lot of things that I think they should have kept in though. Like for
the
example, the
BMX
Dr.
stuff?
Death thing. The Dr. Death stuff should have stayed in, to make it more obvious about the whole cult thing and the Thorn
Yeah.
thing. It would have tied in a little bit nicer.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean that's one of the things. I think we'll get towards the kills and stuff like that later on, and we can discuss
Well-
that. But I think the kills also would have maybe made this film somewhat more redeemable.
Well, do you know what I know what's so annoying about that scene with the hobo, right? Is that they actually shot the Dr. Death stuff and kept the kill scene in the final cut. But then just swapped out the scenes with the magician in with the hobo.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Well,
you
you
already
can-
recorded it.
in
Just
some-
fucking keep it in.
Am I right in saying that maybe some of the shots you can see the candles in the background?
Yes.
Or is that just my imagination?
No,
But I think
they're
in some
still in there.
I think in some of the shots you can see the candles in the background, part of the ritual that the
That's
Dr.
right.
Death was doing to bring him back to life.
That's right.
But oh well.
Do you know about the working titles of this film in the original scripts? Like, this film was not called The Revenge of Michael Myers.
No, I don't know the trivia behind that for this film, but I do for the next film, but not this one.
Ah, right, so, a guy wrote the script for this, and then it got rejected, and then someone else wrote a second script, right? And then called the film, where is it? Right. The first one's bad, and the second one's even worse. So the first original name for this was called Halloween 5, The Killer Inside Me. Yes, that's exactly what I'm insinuating. Right? But then they were like, oh no, that's crap. And then so they got someone in to write another
It's
script.
BS, it's BS.
You're ignorant. So they got another guy to come in to write another script who basically just plagiarized Frankenstein by trying to make Michael Myers a good guy who was getting hunted down by other people. Basically wrote Halloween Kills, basically.
Wow.
So then the director, Dominic Oden and Gerard, came in, the fucking idiot, and wrote a script called Halloween 5 and Things Go Bump in the Night. How fucking shit does that sound? That sounds awful.
Wow.
Halloween 5 and Things
I
Go
hate this
Bump in
guy.
the Night. I hate him. I hate him so much.
I hate him so much.
He wanted to make Micah, his sole purpose for Michael's character arc was to make him more human-like, because he thought that, like, it was more scary that if you could relate to someone as a human and then see them do this bad stuff, it would be more scary than them just being a fucking unrelatable monster. And I'm just kind of like...
Yeah, but I just feel
he's
that
not
this...
Hannibal Lecter, for God's sake. He's
I
a
just feel that
fucking
maybe
monster.
Dominic... I think Dominic might have been, I don't know, hit in the head as a child or something like that, because none of this makes any fucking sense. It's so obscure and so sort of out there, like, it's bizarre. It's so bizarre.
Oh my god, it goes further. So, what we now know as the Cult of Thorn symbol, and the Man in Black being like the cult leader, they put that stuff in this film with no fucking idea what any of it meant, and the reasoning behind it was, and I quote, "We're just leaving it in so they can fix it in the 6th film." So they just shot random fucking shit for no reason, and they thought, fuck it, they'll fix it in the sequel. What? So at the end of this film, Michael Myers gets captured by the police, he's left in prison, and then this fucking random guy shows up, shoots the whole police station down, blows the fucking jail cells off, and then takes Michael away. And that was specifically filmed for no reason other than, oh, they'll just fix it in the sequel. They'll just figure it out in the sequel. Don't worry about it.
And it all worked out fine.
Fuck me, honestly. Well, I tried not to rant on this film, but you left me no choice. It's awful. Well, it won't surprise you that... Was it?
I was gonna say, are you gonna rant 6 times?
No, I think I've ranted like twice now. I'm gonna not do it 6 times. But it's Doctor, shut up 6 times! Well, it won't surprise you, Daniel, to find out that Donald Pleasence clashed constantly with this director. He hated the direction he was taking the film franchise in. Are you even surprised?
No, I'm not surprised with that.
That man stayed a legend forever. Now, I mentioned this to you before we started doing the recording and stuff like that I found out something really interesting about the production of Halloween 5 off camera that I did not know before, and I was actually really, really fascinated by, right? So we know all these problems and issues on screen and with the camera, like recording and stuff like that, and all the writing and all that kind of stuff. But what I didn't know is that the cast and crew got on like a house on fire. And basically they had this hotel that they stayed at, that they were the only people staying at. And all they did was party and have a fucking laugh with each other. And they had like a fucking great time filming the film together. And apparently they were all like shagging each other as well, and I'm just like, bro, it makes so much sense.
It does make sense. I mean, that's the thing, is just they're obviously cool people to be around.
Yeah, they were just having a great time.
There was no one there to say, right guys, we need to actually pull our shit together.
The film industry is a serious business, you need to be making us money here. But no, like, I said this in Halloween 4, like, I like the idea that, like, the directors had a great time making the movie, the actors had a great time making the movie, like, they didn't feel like they wasted their time, had really great memories and stuff like that. I like finding that stuff out, but, like, man, at the cost of a fucking good movie, this is just, I'm just like, right, okay, you just wasted my time for nothing.
Not even a movie, it's like, they kind of fuck the franchise at this point.
Fuck the franchise. So we can use that to jump into Talk to Me Damn It and This Is God. So, because our memorable moments and our funny moments involve a lot of the deaths that are in this film. Do you still have... Oh wait, do you have Halloween 5 up? Because it's on YouTube.
There are many things I have up right now.
Okay.
But Halloween 5 is not one of them.
Well, could you please get it up? I would like you to look at one particular death, because I just think it's fucking hilarious. So for the listeners at home, while Dan tries to like untangle himself, if you go to the 38th minute and the 26th second, you'll see Mike's death. So Mike's the fucking jackass boyfriend type character, right? He looks like Bob Dylan. And he has this like precious car that he loves. And then Michael, one of my favorite, a Michael scene that I love, right? There's a lot of moments that Michael has in this film that I really like. But in this particular one, he is my favorite kind of Michael Myers because he's been a little fucker. So he gets this, like, garden tool little mini rake thing and just, like, slams it into his car and drags it along. And then this guy freaks the fuck out, gets out the car and is like, hey, asshole, what the fuck are you doing? I'm gonna kill you. And then Michael does his best Michael Myers, grabs him by the face, and then plunges the fucking rake in his forehead. And it, like, bounces into his forehead like a rubber ball, and then he flops onto the floor and, like, kind of bounces a little bit again. I think it's so goofy and so funny, but I love it. It's my favourite death in this entire film.
There's a bad cutaway though, like when you watch back that scene, I've got it up on the screen just now.
Yeah.
And when you watch back that scene and you play it in slow motion, when he lands on the floor, you can actually see there's this really obvious cut when he's like kind of like wriggling on the
Yep.
and that was part of them censoring out the gore in that kill,
Yep.
which, like, I think every single one of the kills and every single one of the attacks in this film was massively censored.
Yep.
And you can really see the editing on that one. It kind of like jumps between him like writhing on the floor. Yeah, that's
Which is funny you say that, because when Rachel gets killed, like, he stabs her and then it cuts away immediately. Nothing happens. You don't even see her dying. You just see her getting stabbed. And then when Tina gets killed, he stabs her and the camera records it all, but, like, you never ever explicitly see the knife in her or any blood gushing out or anything like that. It's kind of like a dark scene, and it's kind of shot really dark. So they're censoring everywhere.
This film might have been more redeemable. And, like, I know that lots of people say, oh, you know, you don't need violence or gore in films to make it a good film. That's right, but if you got a shit film, violence and gore makes it a little bit more exciting.
Absolutely.
So with that stripped away from this film, what you're left with is something that's not very entertaining, doesn't make much sense, and it's not very exciting either.
Yep.
So they kind of fucked themselves by censoring these kills.
Literally, that's how Friday the 13th managed to stay relevant for as long as it did, because it had kills. Kills, like, out the wazoo.
Like, we're not really watching Halloween for the story, you know, we're just here for, essentially, the kills, but some of the films do have a good story, and some of them do have compelling stories to tell, but this obviously was not one of them, and like I say, if the violence was still in it, then it would have made it maybe a little bit more redeemable.
Absolutely. So, with mentioning the end of Halloween 4 and how it bleeds into the start of Halloween 5, it threw me for a loop, and I was laughing my ass off, because the very first line of dialogue that Dr. Sam Loomis has in this entire film is, "No! No! Leave her!" Because the film starts off with Jamie having spasms in the bed, and his first fucking words is "no, no." So he ends Halloween 4 shouting "no," and starts the next one shouting "no." Fucking
it was
idiot.
just like them sort of like subliminally saying, remember this other really good Halloween film?
Yeah.
Remember these really good parts? Well, we're gonna do nothing like that.
Now, I tried so very fucking hard to find a piece of good filmmaking in this film. Technically, I found two. So, throughout the entire film, I give a lot of credit to the cinematographer in this film, because he did more work than anybody to make this fucking work. There's a lot of 45-degree angles that are used in this film, from top and bottom perspectives, and I think it's really effective. It does a lot of really good shots with it, that otherwise would have just been boring. But the money shot for me in this entire film, which you can now view because you have a Halloween 5 up.
I closed it down again. I closed it down again.
No, don't close it down. Get it back up. You're not done yet.
Give me a moment. I'm gonna come.
Again, for the listeners, at home, 19 minutes and 10 seconds, there's a moment where Rachel is getting clothes out of her clothes cabinet. And you see, it's on her, and you see that Michael's hand is on the railing in the closet, looking at her, and there's this really good deep focus that happens. This like deep focus transition. It's really nice. I quite like it. It's a nice jazzy shot. It's like the most filmic thing that happens in this thing.
Did you say 19 minutes?
19 minutes and 10 seconds. Yes. Yes.
I'm on it.
So there's a nice, slow, deep focus.
Yeah.
It's a decent shot. And there's a lot of shots in this.
His hand kind of looks...
Go for it.
I was gonna say his hand kind of looks like a face hugger from the Alien franchise.
That's his burn scars. You can't say that.
It was kind of ableist of me, weren't it?
You've been slagging this starring head the entire time.
We've actually got it wrong all this time. Like, this is the crossover of the Halloween and the Alien franchise.
Oh shit! Totally forgot. Ridley Scott did produce this film.
What?
But there's a lot of really good shots in this movie that I appreciate in the modern day Halloween films of Michael in the background of shots just casually being there moving around, which I really appreciate. I really appreciate stuff like that because a lot of these films, you learn this in film schools, a lot of these films, especially American films, are shot deliberately in the centre. You only have to look in the centre and that's it. Nothing else happens. And I love the idea that if you watch the background, stuff's happening, you get to find stuff out, and you get to they don't need to put it in your face.
There's some fascinating background actions that happen in this film. One of my favorites, when we're talking about, although, we don't have to look too far from the center of the screen, but, it's quite easy to miss.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know the timestamp in the film, but it's when Tina and
Her
the other
friend.
girl, I can't,
Her
whatever
name's
her
like
name is.
Samantha or something like that.
Let's just call her Cindy for the sake of, I don't know what her name is. Tina and Cindy are outside, is it high school? I don't know where the fuck
Somewhere.
they were, but somewhere, but in the background is Michael. in a tree? Is he in the tree? He's
In plain view. He's not hiding in the tree, he's just in plain view.
And he obviously, the actor got caught on a branch, but continues to walk around, and the branch falls down. And it's just so awkward. And, why was that shot still in the film? Did no one noticed that? He's just, yeah, it's so funny. He just,
He
totally,
fucking trips over the branch and everything. He's like a buffoon.
that branch should be included in the kill count because he took that one out.
He was not happy. He took a temper tantrum on it. It's in such a random moment. I didn't even put a timestamp down for it. It's just in a random moment that happens.
Yeah, I have no idea what the timestamp is, but they're outside and there's a tree in the background. You can see, you don't even really notice it was Michael. You have to really sort of be paying attention. You really have to sort of look out beyond because it's not very obvious. But then you realize you're wait, what?
Speaking of really silly fucking moments that should not have been in the film, there's a moment at 35 minutes or the 35-minute mark where Dr. Loomis is walking about the Myers house and he randomly goes into the basement and looks at this fucking laundry chute and a dead rat's body comes out and he flops onto the floor and crawls all the way back and then he notices it's a dead rat and then just goes he just starts giggling at it. And I was just this guy's a Fruit Loop. This guy's just lost it. He's lost his marbles.
He's lost it at this point.
Just giggling at this fucking rat corpse. So, I say that the deep focus shot was my favourite shot in the entire film, but there's a sequence that's my favourite. I have a favourite scene in the entire film, which is when Michael dresses up in the Halloween mask, the other Halloween mask, another Halloween mask to pick up Tina, pretends to be her boyfriend, and it's again, I was saying, the cinematographer used a lot of 45-degree angles from the top and the bottom, so in this one he uses it from the bottom in the car, so you get this semi-wide shot of, you see my hands, how I'm picturing it here, you get the semi-wide shot of Michael at the front and Tina at the back. It's really well shot, and it's even better lit because Tina's lit in the background, Michael's lit in the foreground, but the in-between is total dark. So half his face is dark and half her face is dark. It's fucking brilliant. And then all her dialogues is her being all flirty and climbing over Michael, which in itself is so fucking funny. Michael Myers, a stone cold killer. He's just sitting there really awkwardly as this girl's touching him for the first time and he's I don't know what to do. And then...
Yeah. And then he gets his first kiss.
Yay! She kisses him and then because only half the face is, like, you see his eye, like, widening and then looking at her like, what the fuck did you just do to me? I expected Michael to be like, I did not consent to this.
This whole scene was the reason why there was another person in the film called Michael. Like,
Yep.
Although the character's Mike, but obviously his
Mike,
full name's
yeah.
Michael. But
Yeah. How ironic, eh? And then the bit that makes me laugh for that whole scene, like I love it up to this point, and then it makes me laugh, it's because he then really tightens his grip on the steering wheel, and it makes that weird like crunching sound, and then he like makes this heavy sigh, he's like, and then he just shoots off in the car, flies down the fucking road.
I think we know what happened.
Oh yeah, I think Michael had his first little accident.
A little bit of fluid kind of I think.
A little leakage, you would say.
A little bit of a dribble.
A bit of a discharge. Now, dear audience, this moment can be viewed at the 40-minute mark. The entire sequence starts around at 40 minutes with Tina coming out the house and going in the car, and lasts for quite a bit longer. It's brilliant. I love that entire shot.
I like that mask he has on. Is it supposed to be like
It's
Ronald
great,
Reagan?
man. It is. It's meant to be Ronald Reagan. So I have I've thought of an interesting question to ask you, because I'm surprised you've not mentioned it yet. But I want to talk about one specific last scene first before I move on to this, right? Which will be the final part of the episode. Dr. Loomis has many great moments in this entire franchise, right? Many, many, many great moments. And I guess in Halloween 6, many more to come. But in this, he has like a proper tour de force moment of artistry when he's shouting at Michael. He's soliloquying Michael, if I can use a turn of phrase. After Michael tries to run over Jamie and Billy, and then he kills Tina, all the cops show up and get the kids away. And then, by Donald Pleasance's request, actually, the actor for Michael Myers is standing in the forest because Donald Pleasance, to get in the role, said he wanted to know he was physically there. It has this massive, like, Shakespearean monologue where he's like, the sound team's really booming his voice, right? They put the mic right close to him, they're fucking booming it everywhere. But he says a lot of stuff, but because I like doing my Sam Loomis voice, it does this one really, like, let's call it even, like, orgasmic moment. This orgasmic plea to his dear friend, Michael Myers. He's like, Michael, go home! Go home! And he's like screaming at him at full blast. And then what we don't know is he's actually setting up a trap for a child so that he can capture Michael Myers. But that moment, if he what?
He like basically sets up Jamie like for like her fate was sealed in that moment when he decided that this is what we're gonna do. Fuck this child. And that moment changed the direction of her entire life after that.
Literally.
Thanks to Sam Loomis.
Trauma out the ass.
Yep.
But it's just like, you can, like, for anybody listening that wants to hear this monologue, I think you can specifically search up that exact scene, cause it's revered quite highly as like a Donald Pleasance masterclass. And it really is something to behold. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, but it's kind of ill-fitting, I think, in the film. Like, you know,
yeah.
it
comes
doesn't
out of
sort
nowhere.
of, it comes out of nowhere, and because it is very serious, it's very serious, and it is a great monologue. Compared
an
to
entirely goofy film.
Yeah, compared to everything else, you're just like, what the fuck's going on right now?
Literally, you go from like the two silly cops having like goo goo gaga clown music to Donald Pleasance doing like Shakespeare, like thespian acting.
Yeah,
it's a culture shock moment. Watch it in isolation, and it's really great.
It's a strange one for sure.
So, Daniel, as we move on to our final segment of what's your favourite scary movie, I want to ask you, because I'm actually fascinated about your opinions on this when you very first said it to me when we started doing these. Put yourself in the shoes of someone going to the cinema in 1989 and seeing this film. How do you feel about this film in that position?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. And I have to say, like, for a lot of films, I always give them the benefit of the doubt, and I think a lot of that feeds into this idea of putting yourself in the shoes of a person at that time.
Yep.
And a lot of films can be forgiven when you have that sort of mindset on it. But for this film, unfortunately, I think putting myself in the shoes of the person going to go see that film at, like, what the previous film was at the year before, was it 88?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not even that long. You might have seen it in the cinema. You might have seen it, I don't know if they did videotape rental in the late 80s.
Oh yeah,
that
that
was
was
just
just
a 90s
Blockbusters
thing.
back then.
Are you sure?
I don't know. Well, I would like to think they
I
had
don't-
Blockbusters in the 80s.
I'm sure it was just a 90s thing. But
Was that
anyway,
not when Netflix
like, you know,
started with their rentals?
when you would have saw it like the year before, and you might have saw it again on like home cassette or whatever. So you
there
would
you
have
go.
set yourself up.
1985. Started in 1985,
Okay.
Blockbuster.
Well, then there's a good chance that people would have rented that the previous film in preparation of seeing the
Seeing
next
this.
film
Yep.
in the cinema, and I think that people would just be like, "Yeah,
What the fuck is this?
What's going on?"
Yeah. What happened? Like, is this a parody?
Yeah, I think it's in so many ways it's a massive flop, and
Well,
no
it
matter
shows
what,
in the box office because it made the least amount of money, even below Halloween 3.
I've tried to put my mind or put my feet into different shoes seeing this film and trying to like justify how this could be seen as a good film, but I don't even think the creators, the people who made it, could even say that it was a good film because
No.
they clearly think of a fuck either. So yeah.
And ironically, unlike Halloween 3, time has not been generous to this film. It's actually made it worse, if anything.
Yeah, very much so. So I guess are you asking me what my rating is for this film?
Yes, that'll be the natural conclusion. Like, what is your rating for Halloween 5? Dare I say it's not going to be in your 8 out of 10 class?
No, this is not. No. So let me just go into IMDb. I do have Letterboxd now. I do have a
You
Letterboxd,
do have a letterbox.
but I don't know if I've rated all these films yet. So I need to go in and sort that out at some point.
I love Letterboxd. What a great app. Sponsor us, Letterboxd.
I give Halloween 5: The Revenge of Michael Myers a 3 out of 10.
Oh my
It's
god. This is a
one of-
first.
It's one of the two lowest
Was
that I've scored in the franchise.
wow. You want to know what I'm shocked about?
Yeah.
I actually have scored it higher than you.
Oh, wow.
I gave it 2 stars out of 5, which is a 4 out of 10.
I think you're being very
I'm
generous.
very generous. Oh my god. Well, there you
Yeah,
go.
it's
awful.
I kind of hate that this one exists. I really do.
I'm trying to think. Why would I have gave it 2 stars? Because I find Tina hot, so I kind of give it that. I like a lot of Michael in this film. I like a lot of Sam Loomis in this film. I think there's some great shots in here. Like, I think this cinematographer did a fantastic job. He made gold out of shit, basically.
I don't
Well, there
know
you
if
go.
that was enough for me.
There's 4 points. That's 4 stars. 2 stars. A half star for each.
I would
point.
I would argue for this film you should start with a 10 and take a point off every time something shit happens.
I'd be like -50.
So you take a star off every time something bad happens, and then add a star every time something good happens.
I think it averages itself out. Well, compared to some of my other ratings, this kind of fits quite nicely at 2 stars. Cause I've went on record before and saying that, like, as much as I hate Halloween 5, I could not rewatch it, if you know what I mean. Like, I could happily rewatch this.
Mm-hmm.
Not happily, but I wouldn't be annoyed watching this again, compared to other Halloween films. There's been many an occasion I've went through a Halloween watching spree, and I've never skipped Halloween 5.
I wouldn't skip it if I was watching the spree. I mean, it's there. It's part of the story. You
that's
know,
kind of what I'm getting at.
It's part of it. So I would never skip
super
it.
Fan, I tolerate Halloween 5 enough to be able to watch it. Cause we will get to genuinely the worst of the worst. Full stop. For me, anyway, at some point, very soon. Within the next 4.
Very soon.
Yeah.
I was going to say within the next, specifically 3 films.
Yeah, 3. Yeah, we'll give you that one. And
there's 2 films in this franchise that I've given a 3 out of 10. And Halloween 5 is one of them, and one that we're going to be talking about in a couple of episodes is one of the other ones.
Happy Halloween, motherfucker! It goes without saying, where does this film sit in our opinion of the film franchise? I'll go first. Right rock bottom.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on that one. It's this is the film that fucked everything. This is the film that fucked everything. And I know a lot of people say, "Oh, well, it's the next one that fucked everything." No, they were backed into a corner. They were totally backed into a corner. They did what they could with what was left, what was handed to them, the scraps that was left of the franchise. And this is the film. This is the one. This is the blade that fucking stabbed the chest of the franchise. This is it.
But the thing is, I try and ask additionally, like, where does this even sit with other horror films? Even then, it's still rock bottom. Like, take the worst of every franchise. This is still far and above worse.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it's pretty bad.
I don't know how they did it. Like, I'd have to try to be this bad.
Yeah. I don't know. Like maybe they were just hoping that like they could just. This is the only sort of logical thing I can think about. Is just that they thought, well, we're going to shoot these really gruesome deaths, and the rest of the story is just shit, so we don't really care. And then the deaths got cut from the film, which is why we're left with just shit. That's the only thing I can think of.
When your slasher film has off-screen deaths, you've got a problem. You've got a massive problem. Oh, well. Well, on that very happy note,
I think this is our most depressing episode. This is the most depressing episode.
Well, strap yourself in, because we've got a few more to go.
We didn't really have very many positive things to say about this, and there's not really much that we can like joke about either. Because it was just
tried.
Shit.
I tried.
Oh, we forgot one of the funniest parts in the film. One of the best parts. Maybe the only part. Sorry, guys. Listen, at the beginning of the film, when Jamie is spazzing out, and she's like, Tina's gonna get killed. And she can see the shop, and there's a big lady on the side of the shop with cookie tits.
Oh, yeah!
And Jamie's she's like, big woman.
And then Dr. Lewis like, big woman? Does she work there?
That was a good part. That was a good part.
That's a brilliant part. Because he's like, big woman?
But it was just how like that's the only thing. That's the only sort of descriptive thing in that shot was this big fucking picture of a woman with cookie tits. How do you describe that? You know.
What you did with your hands, but you never said, is that like Jamie was like making out like grabbing boobs signals with her hand, trying to describe what she looked like.
Yeah.
And then Billy's like, big woman, big woman.
Big woman.
And you're like, oh my god, what is going on here?
We should have known from that point. We should have known what was going to be coming next.
That moment's like 50 minutes into the film.
Is it?
Well, yeah, it's like really deep into the film.
Wow.
Well, there you go. Like, that's a technically good note to end on.
Big tits.
Big
cookie
tits.
tit.
Everybody loves those.
Well, you know, everyone needs a sugar high.
All boobs are good boobs. There you go. Hashtag that.
Wow.
There you go. See?
Yeah.
I promise that
Halloween 5. All boobs are good boobs.
all boobs are good boobs. That's what the subtitle should have been. I promise that Halloween 6's episode will be much better than this, because we like that one. Dare I say we love Halloween 6.
I love it. And interestingly, there's two versions of it. Michael, you're not Michael. Ryan.
Whoa.
There's two versions
Let's
of it,
not
Ryan.
spoil it. Let's not spoil it for the dear listeners.
Oh, okay.
Let's not spoil that. Anywho, thank you for potentially listening to all of this. I would not I would not be upset if you didn't make it through, because, you know,
Yeah,
I understand.
I mean, if you did make it to the end, like, well done. Like, that's commitment.
You're a trooper. You get
Like,
a gold star.
We barely wanted to do this ourselves, so.
But we had to just get it out of the way. Just one of those things. But yes.
Wow.
Thank you so much for listening. We will see you next time, I guess. It's just a hi and bye.
Bye.
Love you, bye.
That's it.
Ta-ra!